With the amount of time we spend indoors, whether it's at home or work, it's important that the air we breathe is as healthy for us as possible. And that's especially the case when we're dealing with wildfire smoke. Senior indoor air quality expert at EnviroKlenz, George Negron, is here to discuss. George, great to have you on.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. A pleasure to be here.
So wildfire smoke, why is it actually so hazardous for our health?
I guess for multiple reasons. One thing that we often take for granted is actually what's catching on fire or what's being emitted. So it could range from synthetics to plastics to metals to a lot of things from the fossils and the petrol fumes. So you have multiple chemistries out in the air, and anytime that you're dealing with so many corrosive gases, the lungs aren't designed to take those in. So it can be really a cocktail of disaster for the lungs. So definitely wildfire is something that we should be definitely taking great concern over.
Well, and being exposed to that over long periods of time can certainly be a health hazard, right?
Oh, absolutely. I think anytime any potential risk for lung irritants over a long period of time or a short period of time, you run the risk of short-term exposures where it's shortness of breath or, just that irritated kind of nostrils and eyes, or down to the long-term exposures with the pulmonary and respiratory illnesses as well.
Well, and I think there's a misconception that our HVAC systems with their filters, solve this problem. They can certainly help, I think, if you have the right filter, but air purifiers in homes and businesses really help in terms of wildfire, right?
Oh, yeah, I think that's where you could draw the line in between. So your home system's designed to keep you cool and keep you warm in the winter. So I think when you're dealing with wildfires, a lot of times it can let some of those potential irritants inside of the home. And then what does an AC system do? It actually distributes it from room to room. So that could actually become worse. So a lot of times they're saying kind of throttle those down and use something like a portable air filtration that could actually reclimate the air in the room and remove those contaminants. So you're actually treating it in a room level, you're keeping the airspace very tight, and you're reclimating and cleaning it. So that's where the air purifier really comes in handy.
And so tell us a little bit more. EnviroKlenz can really improve poor air quality caused by wildfires and other factors.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime someone asks me, what do I do for a living? I say, I treat air, anything under a roof and enclosed in 4 walls we can take care of. So technology itself is really unique because it was designed for the U.S. military for decontamination of chemical warfare agents. I know we're not talking about that today, but if you think about something so corrosive in nature, and then over time we've added, the fire restoration, the mold restoration, and then lately with the pandemic, the virus removal. So technologies like ours is you can always find a use for it. So if you're just maintaining your air, you're turning it on. And now that I wouldn't want to say post-pandemic and moving on, and wildfire season's here, it's an air purifier that can be used throughout every season to keep your air clean.
Well, and it comes down to the filtration. So tell us more about that technology that EnviroKlenz uses and how that keeps families safe from wildfire smoke and also dust.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're very proud of our technology, one that it's unique to us, so we're the only ones using it. So we utilize earth minerals, and these minerals are really absorptive. I always use the analogy, a salt shaker of our technology has the surface area of a football field. So if you think about that, you're like, that's quite a bit of coverage for that. And it's just the safety that we're not emitting any chemicals into your air. We're not emitting any ions. We're taking in those harmful things. We're breaking them down and removing them from your environment while maintaining it safe for your family and your pets to be around. When it comes to the dander, the allergens, and the particulates, we use a medical grade HEPA filter. And one of our models actually have a UVC light for that added germicidal irradiation. So when you think about it, we cover all the aspects, but we do it unique to what the other folks are using, whether it's a carbon or an ionizer technology. We kind of take it a step further, bring military grade technology right into your homes at the same price.
Wow. And of course, people are very pleased when they get your services and get your air purifiers. Tell us maybe a couple things that people have said, some comments you've received of some positive stories.
Oh, absolutely. We always love when folks say the air tastes and feels different, because you'll notice the difference, especially, I'm an allergy sufferer. I happen to live in Florida, and that is, you're going to get beat up a quarter of the year. So you just notice the difference. You feel that crisp air. And I think once you've had good air, it's something that you don't take for granted. And I look at folks, we're very mindful of what's in our water, what's the food we eat, the type of things that we put in our body. So why not the air? So I think when you're on a good diet and you start feeling well and you start feeling the benefits of it, the same with your air, you really start feeling better about yourself. energy levels go up. There's a lot of studies linked to productivity. So, I mean, clean air is a must. And I think coming off of a pandemic, we should really stay focused and hyper-vigilant on our air.
Yeah, so true. I mean, we've learned all these good habits. We might as well keep them going. And then, of course, use tools that help us feel better. As you can see, allergies is certainly something that affects me. So clean air sounds like music to my ears. Nice to see you. So thanks so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you. Have a great day.
And if you'd like to learn more about the safe and effective products from EnviroKlenz, head on over to EnviroKlenz.com, or you can call 239-330-9650.